Hi, everybody. This is the Bible studies or devotional for the 5th of May, 2020. And today we are going back to the Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His Highest. And today is a very challenging one because he talks about the 1 Peter chapter 4. He drops down to verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if you're not careful, this is one of the problems with just taking a single verse and taking it out of context. In 1 Peter chapter 4, he is talking about, let me pull it up. 1 Peter chapter 4, starting at verse 1, therefore, since Christ suffered in his body, arm yourself also with the same attitude, because whoever suffers in the body is done with sin. And he goes on to say, for you have spent enough time in the past doing what pagans choose to do, living in debauchery, lust, drunkenness, orgies, carousing, and detestable idolatry. They are surprised when you do not join in their reckless, wild living, and they heap abuse upon you. But they will have to give an account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead. For this reason the gospel was preached even to those who are now dead, so that they might be judged according to the human standards in regard to the body, but live according to God in regard to the spirit. And he goes on, but the idea that is being transmitted here with Paul is that people in the church will be the first ones because they know the truth. And he goes on, in fact, at the end of this devotional today, he goes, every element of self-reliance must be slain by the power of God. Complete weakness and dependence will always be the occasion for the Spirit of God to manifest his power. When we do things on our own power, when we do things with our own strength, when we do things out of our own motivation, we end up many times being no different than those who are in the world. We are struggling with the idea that we are to bring glory to God, not to ourselves. And if glory to ourselves is something that is motivating us, then we're in trouble. So if you're looking to serve God, ask yourself that important question. What is motivating me to have an opportunity to serve God? You know, I get to stand up and preach on a Sunday. And some people, boy, I would love to be able to do that. But in the same breath, if you are the pastor, then you are the one who is responsible to those who are in your congregation. You're the servant of those to raise them up, to teach them, to help them grow. And in this case, he says, Jesus gave us a command. Jesus never gave us a command we would not enable us to fulfill. That would be a liar. If we make our inability a barrier to obedience, it means that we're telling God there is something he has not taken into account. If God calls you, he will equip you. He will strengthen you. He will walk you through those hard times. But the big thing is to remember that you need to be dependent on him in everything that he has called you to do, because he will help you do it in a way that is glorifying to him. So I hope that this has been a good devotional for you and encourages you to follow what God is doing, and enjoy the day and be safe.